What's up YouTube? Benny Schaefer here. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time since I've uploaded my last video, but Leslie and I, she's filming for me right now, we've been traveling like the last 6 months, every single month at least once or twice. So this last month is kind of weird because we don't really have any super big plans to travel or anything, and we were kind of bored. So we're both officially 4 weeks out today from our first ever NPC competition. So she's doing bikini and I'm doing men's physique. I've done a few men's physique shows in the past. 2017 was my first one in a NBF. It was a natural show local here in Arkansas. And the second one I did was a year later, the Summer Shredding Classic. So the Summer Shredding Classic actually is about to go on again. And I was watching the YouTube videos, just kind of chilling. And this is our new apartment, actually, by the way. We just moved in like 3 weeks ago or so, and finally just got everything kind of set up. As soon as I start this YouTube video, 3 cars drive by and they're loud as hell. And before that, I was sitting out here for 30 minutes and nothing was going on. So I don't know if the audio is great on here. Apologize if you can't hear me quite well. Anyway, we were both sitting here and I kind of just like, this shows you kind of how fast things, and he's gonna stop right there, isn't he? Of course he is. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he? It's awesome. He's probably gonna start lawn mowing and cutting the trees down too. Anyway, he's backing up right here, isn't he?
Great.
You know what? Things like that happen every time, so it's part of it. Of course, they freaking cranked up the weed eaters and lawnmowers, and they're just like lawn mowing the concrete and chopping down the trees. Going on 4 years of not stepping on stage at all. And honestly, if you would have asked me a month ago if I were to ever compete again or compete anytime soon, it would have been hell no. Because I didn't have that fire under me like I did when I competed in the past. Summer shredding is coming up. So I kind of keep up with that every single year. As you know, the overall winner at Summer Shredding gets an Alpha Elite contract for 3 months. Big deal for, you know, a person that goes in and wins the show, because it can kind of change their life as an influencer if that's what they want to do. But I kind of looked at Leslie. We were sitting there keeping up with everything, and I was like, I kind of want to compete again. I was like, no, I think I want to compete again. So I jumped on my phone. I looked up the nearest shows. Picked one that was about 6 weeks out. I'm 2 weeks into prep only. I'm doing a 6-week prep, so I kind of decided really late. And then Leslie was like, I've never done a show. If we're doing it together, what would that look like? And so we both decided, let's hit up the top contest prep coach in Arkansas, Tyler Woosley. I'll link his name or his username right here. He runs a contest prep business and helps general clients as well. He, you know, is super good at that. The only guy that I really would have trusted and could guide both of us through this process. And so that is really loud out there, so hopefully you can hear me. We moved it inside. He got our plans like set up the day after we decided. We started kind of trying to figure out everything we needed to get done as soon as possible to start, you know, as soon as we can, because we only have 6 weeks, so we really have to push it. And that here we are, 4 weeks out, 2 weeks into prep. We've dropped some weight, both of us. We've made some good progress, but today, without further ado, all I'm gonna show you is my 1800 calorie cutting diet for prep. I usually am never this low. Before this, I was kind of leanish, you know, just getting ready for summer. So I wasn't too far behind, but I was still behind as far as if you're gonna compete, because it's a whole nother monster there. I actually wanted to film 5 weeks out last week, but I went so hard into prep with dieting, cardio, my training, everything. My sleep was really off as well, and I ended up getting sick over this last weekend. And I got COVID checked. It wasn't COVID. But my throat, my head, my stomach, my chest, my whole body was sore. So I really wanted to film like a 5 week out video and try to get, you know, 1 or 2 videos out every single week, which is still the plan, but now I'm 100%. I feel good again. Cardio and food is everything's on track. I took a few days off of training because of being sick. But anyway, we're back up and running now. I got some caffeine in me, of course. We hit cardio this morning, 35 minutes for me on the Stairmaster. 40 to 45 for Leslie on the treadmill / Stairmaster. So that's where our cardio sits right now. But today I'm just gonna run you through a simple meal plan, 1800 calorie cutting diet for myself. And this might drop a little bit. It depends on what I do with my cardio to put me more into a deficit to continue making lean progress up until show day. So without further ado, let's get into these meals. I'll show you the macros, show you the calories, and kind of some of my meal timing and kind of how I delegate where I put my meals throughout the day to enhance my training, enhance my overall energy. And so part of the game for me is taking those 1800 calories every single day making them spread out enough to where I can manage hunger, manage focus levels, energy levels, and all of that. And we got 4 more weeks to go. Leslie's already making her food and I can smell it, and it's time for me to eat, so. All right, meal 1 is cooled down, ready to eat. This kind of looks gross, but this is the first thing I eat. Literally just ran out of all of this. So this specific meal right here is 40 grams of raspberries, 80 grams of blueberries, 150 grams of light and fit Greek yogurt, and I put some cinnamon on top. I mix it up and I eat this usually first, just as a little carb source. There's some protein in here and no fat. And then while this is cooling down, 10 ounces of liquid egg whites. I get the 100% liquid egg whites out of the carton and I just pour it into the pan, let those cook up. I'll add 1 handful or 1 cup of spinach and I'll mix it in there and cook it with. And today I actually have 99% fat-free turkey left over from yesterday. It's only 1.5 ounces in this particular one, so I'll just go ahead and include that. Usually I have 2 slices of turkey bacon. There's a little bit more fat in those. That's my usual breakfast, but today I just mixed in the 99% fat-free turkey instead, just to finish that off. And then I have my supplements right here. And like I said, I'm not gonna go over supplements, I don't think, today, just because that can be a whole other video of what supplements I take and why, kind of just to help fill the nutrient gaps in a low-calorie diet like this. So this is meal 1. I'm gonna go ahead and get this down. Oh, and I have about 25 ounces of water with every meal, and I have at least 1.5 gallons of water every single day. I drink that out of a jug just so I can help track. That's actually right here, by the way, which I haven't filled up yet because I'll do 2 or 3 of these in the morning with cardio and breakfast, and then I'll fill this up and start drinking this a little before training throughout my session and then the rest of the day. So, oh shit. Boom, good enough. So I am about an hour behind on eating my first meal, which I wanted to do, try to push my meal off as far as I can after cardio. That kind of helps spread my meals out over a shorter window throughout the rest of the day so I don't get so damn hungry. This is gonna be gone in like 3 minutes. I'm gonna watch some YouTube. I'm gonna do some work after that, make a few phone calls. I gotta go get a haircut, so I'll do all that after I eat this. Macros are on the screen wherever they can look the best. So this is meal 1, and I will see you at meal 2. It's currently 1:30. My first meal was at 11, so that is 2.5 hours ago, and I went and got a haircut. I walked my dogs. I probably took them outside for 30 minutes. I do that kind of included with my cardio. I love to get outside in the sun. I'll just take my shirt off, go get some natural vitamin D. Take them on 2 to 3 walks a day outside at least, and that's completely separate from the 35 minutes fasted cardio that I do right now. But right now, what I'm gonna have is I have these left over, which I normally wouldn't do this during the day. Like, this is not something I'm consistent with at all, but I have these original Jack Link's beef jerky sticks. They are 2 fat, 1 carb, and 11 protein for an entire package, for a total of 28 grams. Honestly, I'm not gonna weigh them out. I'm just gonna, finish these off probably for some snacks during the days whenever I'm kind of hungry. So right now I'm pretty hungry, but I'm gonna hold off on eating my pre-workout meal. I'm gonna train here in the next few hours, and I'll usually have my pre-workout meal like an hour to an hour and a half before. So another thing is really good with these, if you want some carbs included, then 2 cheddar rice cakes. I'm not gonna have those because I kind of want to have those with my pre-workout meal right before I train, just to kind of carb load. I have chest and shoulders today. So I'm gonna eat this right now. I'm gonna continue working and getting some stuff done around here while I wait a little later to go work out. But yeah, the macros are on the screen for this, even though I just set them. But this is just a snack that'll hold me over for, I think, probably the next hour before I have my pre-workout meal. So, meal number 2. One thing I did forget to kind of mention is I'm not really following, well, maybe I did mention this, I'm not sure. I'm not really following a specific item list of things that I have to eat for prep. Right now, 4 weeks out, I probably should start leaning towards making sure I'm consistent with the same exact foods every single day. All I do is flexible dieting, or IIFYM, if it fits your macros. So technically I can have things that fit my macros as long as I don't go over on my macros. This usually I wouldn't recommend for a prep, but since I have them and they're really small, low carb, low fat, I'm gonna have it for right now, just so I can extend my training time a little bit. I've waited as long as I probably can wait because I'm getting really hungry. I'm about to make up my pre-workout meal. Show you exactly what that is. It's pretty quick and easy as well. Microwavable. I'm gonna use rice and grinds, isolate protein. I'll mix that in there. I'm gonna use some pink Himalayan salt, and then I'll put a little dash of cinnamon on there. This is really, really easy to make. Literally 2 minutes in the microwave. I'm gonna weigh out 60 grams of cream of rice. This is an awesome brand. This is brown sugar and cinnamon. One of my favorite meals of the day. I'm gonna train still in about 45 minutes to an hour because I still got some things I need to do. Pop this in the microwave. Got my water jug filled up. I'll also show you kind of what I make for pre-workout and what I put in my water for during workout, intra-workout, some EAAs and stuff like that. So, all right, this is out of the microwave and kind of cooled down. Cream of rice, I've noticed, stays really hot for a long time, so I let it sit for like 5 minutes, put a little cold water in there, and that's what it looks like. Kind of gross. These are super similar to oats, and I actually usually do have oats, but I like the carbs that hit me a little faster. These are a little quicker digesting. And one thing I wanted to point out is when you add your protein to oats or cream of rice, I added in after the fact that it's already heated, so it does take a bit of mixing, but you know, I heard somewhere that it could desensitize the protein molecules in the powder if you heat it in the microwave with the protein already in it. So just to avoid that, like I don't know, but just to avoid that, it tastes the same added in after. It just takes a little bit extra mixing. And some proteins also don't microwave well. I know some isolates usually do, or meal replacement type protein sometimes does, but if you're doing like, you know, a blended protein with like casein and whey, hydrolyzed protein, things like that, all mixed in, it usually doesn't mix very well, kind of burns in a way. Kind of just a tip there if you do decide to try out one of these meals, but it doesn't take long to mix. Literally just gonna mix it up. I've already added the pink Himalayan salt and the cinnamon to this. So when you mix it up, this also gives a bit of flavor. The cream of rice tastes good by itself, but I actually add in just a scoop of protein before my workout in my pre-workout meal, such as this, and then I'll do a scoop of protein after, which will kind of count as, you know, obviously 50 grams or so of protein from protein powders every single day. That just helps me get an extra 50 grams of protein in to hit my macro for the day, because my protein is pretty high. My total goal for the day right now is 220, so that's what it'll look like. Nice and creamy. Oh, one thing I forgot. I have pretty much every flavor of rice cakes, but today I'm gonna have 2 of these rice cakes with this meal. So carbs on carbs on carbs and some protein. So apple rice, or apple cinnamon rice cakes. 2 of those, which will be about 22 carbs, about 50 carbs in this, so this is a majority of my carbs for the day. This will put me over a little bit over 100 before my training session, which is exactly where I want to be. Saves me some for post-workout, and then maybe just some trace carbs to end my day. So, pre-workout meal. I'm about to hit the gym, but I actually am hitting the gym at least 2 to 3 hours later than I'm even used to. So I've already drank almost all of this, which is supposed to last me through my workout. I have about half a gallon left to finish during my workout. I actually just put 2 scoops of EAAs in here for intra workout and 2 scoops of glutamine. Like again, if you guys want a supplementation video of why I put stuff in my drinks or why I take my vitamins in the morning, what they are and why, I'll do that for a whole nother video. I'm bringing some isolate. I'm gonna throw that in my bag. That's just 1 scoop of isolate that I'm gonna have in my pre-workout shake. I'm gonna do 5 grams of creatine. This is just a buffered creatine, and some pre-workout. I'll probably do 2 scoops of pre-workout. I'm gonna throw this in there, drink the pre-workout, take this jug with me, and I got my protein for directly after training. I got about a 20-minute drive to the gym, so I'm gonna knock this stuff down, hit the road, come back, and I'll show you meal number 4. Today was only arm day, so it was pretty simple and easy day. I was able to get my workout done in about an hour and 20 minutes or so. The post-workout meal is gonna be super simple. The rest of this package, which was already open, I just heated it up. Uncle Ben's jasmine rice. I've been eating this for years. This is a super good staple post-workout meal for me. This weighed out to be 160 grams on the scale, and then I had some leftover beef that Leslie had pre-made earlier, because we eat kind of the same things. And so this weighed out to 4.5 ounces of 96% lean ground beef. And then I just got some pre-packaged asparagus that's microwavable. Poke some holes in there, throw it in there for 3 minutes. It's ready to go. I won't really count these as far as weight or anything. I'll take out like 10 spears, or honestly, sometimes I still weigh it. I actually cut them up and put them into this little concoction right here, beef and rice. And so that will be like 2 or 3 carbs, so not really significant at all. But that's gonna be my post-workout meal, and macros will be on the screen, wherever is best and visible. I'm gonna salt and pepper this because right now I'm salting every single meal. I use pink Himalayan salt. Salt this up, pepper it up, cut these up, throw it in there, and that is post-workout. The last meal of the day. Now, this is a really weird meal, and I've actually never even made this, but I had the idea. I kind of expressed my creative freedom a bit to hit my macros. I was extremely low all day on fat. I think at the end of my workout on the last meal you saw, I still was only at like 15 fat, and I have to get to 38 to 40, and I'm still even a little low on this. I think this puts me at like 38 fat or something like that. But what I did was caught up a lot on fat. I had 2 whole eggs, 4 strips of turkey bacon, 2 whole egg whites, and then I put some bell peppers in here, some green peppers, red peppers, and onions. Show you what it looks like right there. And then I sprinkled a little bit of feta cheese in there, not much, I think just half a serving. So that's what it looks like. It's just a little breakfast bowl. I'll calculate these and put these on the screen as far as macros and calories go. This will cap me off for the night. It is currently 7:52, almost 8 o'clock. So I'll eat this like right at 8. And then I usually wake up super early in the morning, 5 to 5:30. So I won't eat again until after my fasted cardio in the morning. But that is going to complete this full day of eating. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put the total macros for this day. Every single morning I wake up a few ounces lighter, so there's no need to change or drop anything right now. If anything, I'd rather do more cardio since I'm only at 35 minutes a day right now fasted. Maybe bump that up to 45 minutes or an hour a day, keep my food in as long as I can, and then deplete a little bit more on the macronutrients as the show gets closer. I'm about to enjoy this. I'm about to relax for the rest of the day, start editing this video for you guys, and start working on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I don't know why I did that. That's kind of weird. Peace.